was arrested for murder on August 26, 1981, for a crime that I didn't commit. I was released on November 18, 2008. Thank you for the keepers of justice. Took me away when I was a teen, not really more than a boy, just lean. Sent to hell's prison to seal my fate. Only my will to survive. Let me reach that gate. Let me reach that gate. Let me reach that gate. I had to reach that gate. Black roads and lawyers, just a survey will be done. Black roads and lawyers, lady just as lost as one, was taken by the laws of justice, cast away as a stone, left and right in their dungeons for the murder of a man I didn't know. Committed a crime and you'll pay for that. Don't you know that it's a fact? In fact, you know where your freedom changed. Cause in the prison yard a stone bears your name. Bears your name. Bears your name. Yes, it bears my name. Black roads and lawyers, just a survey will be done. Black roads and lawyers, lady just as lost as one. I was tortured by thoughts of ending my life, trapped in a hell of hatred and strife. Everywhere was death and despair. As time went by, I began to not even care. No, I didn't care. No, I didn't care. No one cared. Live my life, a solemn man, try to help whenever I can. In my youth, I wondered who would I be. Now I'm nothing more than what they made of me. 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 All in all, I was an innocent man. They framed me for murder because they cared. The innocence I had has all gone away. The truth of it is they did the crime and I had to pay. Yes, I had to pay. Yes, I had to pay. I'm the one who paid. Those are black roads and lawyers, justice will be done. Black roads and lawyers, lady just as lost as one. Was taken by the lords of justice.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Great to be here.
So, as you mentioned, you have an absolutely incredible story. These songs that became Black Robes and Lawyers, you wrote them while serving in prison for a crime you didn't commit. Were these songs a form of therapy for you, would you say?
My songs were definitely a form of therapy. They were a real cleansing of what was happening. It was a way for me to speak. It was a way for me to get a door opened in my mind, some sort of sense of sanity and soothing. They were a way for me to tell my story to myself because nobody else was listening. And it gave me a lot of comfort.
Now this song, that song in particular, the title track from the album, you mentioned to me that you actually wrote it on a roll of toilet paper?
Yeah, initially, Black Robes and Lawyers was written on a toilet roll. At the time I wrote it, I didn't have anything, and they were giving out like 2 pieces of paper and 2 envelopes for free mail outs to letters that you wanted to send out to people. And I needed my letters to send out to somebody. So not having any paper, I just took the pen and wrote actually on the roll of toilet paper and just unwound it as the song progressed. I actually wrote a few songs on toilet paper, but they never made it to the light of day because they either got destroyed or something, but Black Robes just stuck in my head so much.
Now, prior to your incarceration, did you play music before?
No, actually I didn't play anything at all. The only thing I did was sing. And I actually learned how to play guitar in prison, and it was all the basics. I learned more theory than anything because you have that time by yourself. You spend most of the time in the cells. And I got the books from theory from 20 years ago, 30 years ago actually, or better, and just learned the theories. And when I got a chance to get hands-on, I just learned the basics from some of the guys that actually did know how to play. So it was really great, but there's only 6 guitars, and there was only 3 institutions that actually have access to them. So you actually have to get to the institution as well in order to be able to do that. But it was quite an experience, and I'd always really wanted to do it. You could say that something good came out of it.
Now, you started with music theory. This is something that a lot of students who are studying music to become professional musicians, that's something that scares them away. I mean, they get into these theory classes and they're like, whoa, this is crazy.
Exactly, it's real heavy, and it was just something I really wanted to do. I mean, I wanted to learn and incorporate what it was, and I had the time. There was no ifs and buts because I never thought I was ever going to be free. And I had the time and really nothing else to do. There was no other avenues, and music was the heart and soul of it all. It was real expressive, and it was extremely hard at first, but again, talking to guys that did know it or knew some of it, it got easier as it went. Plus I had that study time, so when you have time to sit there and work it out, you'll get it.
Now, I imagine you accumulated quite the collection of songs that you wrote in the 27 years you were in there. How did you pare down those songs to the 12 that appear on Black Robes and Lawyers?
Oh, that came from my producer, Jim Tullio, and myself in decision making in the senses as far as what they go. It was more of a sense of the thread of Black Robes and Lawyers because it was the title album, and it had this thread of this prison orientation, what my experiences and what happened to me and such. And they all basically had some sort of a thread to it. It was really the thread to each one of the songs in these ways. They progress, because not all of them were actually written in prison. They were written, maybe started in prison and finished out of prison. They really came out beautifully, though.
So how do you mentioned you worked with the producer Jim Tullio. How did you get hooked up with him? I mean, he's a pretty well-known producer.
I got hooked up with Jim Tullio. I was on the show On the Case with Paul Azan, and he was in his studio, and he walked back to get a drink of water from his refrigerator, and it was on he had just happened to have his television on that channel, and it's above, looking down, and when he got the water, he turned around and looked and seen me on the television. And he started to sit down and watched it, and then he was very deeply touched by it. And at the very end, Paula let me play a little bit of Black Robes and Lawyers on the acoustic guitar. He saw that, and he called the Florida Innocent Project and said that I'd like to give this guy a shot. I don't know what he can do, but if anybody deserves a shot, he does. And I'd like to let him record a CD.
That's incredible. So. Black Robes and Lawyers comes out September 27th, correct?
Exactly, September 27th. Matter of fact, I'll be live at Broad Street with a full band, and it'll be a CD release at Broad Street, September 27th. Make sure everybody's there.
What's next? What's next? I mean, what's the next album? I mean, I guess you've told this story in Black Robes and Lawyers. What's the next album that we can look forward to?
Well, the next album, I have multitude of songs. Like I say, we picked a selection of these, and I'm all over. And plus, for me, it's like with baby eyes. You know, I see the world as a brand new person. For me, it's totally amazing. For me, everything's an inspiration. I see things in a total different way than people out here that have been living here every day that take life for granted all day long. I see it in a completely different way. And it's all fresh to me, all new. So it's booming. But I definitely have something coming for this next one. I've been itching for it. As a matter of fact, I put more practice into what's coming than what I'm supposed to be doing now. This next song I'm going to do is called The Mission. And it's really a song that I finished out of prison. But I was sitting with my family, and I went back into the back room where I had the guitar, and all my whole family was sitting around in the living room out there talking. And I went back into the room, and I began to think about what had happened to me. And everybody keeps asking me the question, how'd you do it, and what you went through and everything like that. And when I went back into the room, I'm thinking to myself that, you know, I was really looking for was someplace that was safe through it all in my mind, because it was a real traumatic mental experience among other things. And in my mind, I just started playing this riff, and it came out as The Mission. And I worked it out and recorded it with Jim Tulio in Chicago. Chains no longer bound, nights are filled with love, music's all around. Didn't seem to notice the scales had fallen down. Saw a picture in a window, cast a shadow on the ground, crossing through the meadows from a lifetime filled with shade. No one knows the reason, and no one takes the blame. Press yourself against the wall, take away my pain. Take me to the mission, take me to the place. Take me to the mission, take me to the place. Take me to the mission, take me to the place. Take me to the mission, take me to the passing by the freedom, passing by the grave, passing by a lifetime that I gave. I was caught up in a world of all that people saw. Tried to take me and twist me around and make me break or fall. Everything was dark and gloomy until the sun shone on that day. And everything was beautiful and rainbows gave away. Take me to the mission where it's safe. Take me to the mission, take me to the place. Take me to the mission, take me to the place. Take me to the mission, take me to the place. Take me This next song I'm going to play is it's a love song, and it's a basic sense of love and being able to come out of prison and be able to love after 27 and a half years. It's a sense of having a love and being with someone to love, but more than anything, it's being able to love after 27 and a half years in prison and longer, because even when I was released, I was still encased in my room thinking it was a cell, and I didn't want to go out for at least 6 months. But this song is called Love of a Lifetime. It's truly special. Have this patch built inside that tears the heart out of most men who cry. Everything I'm thinking never seems to be with the way that people think it really should have been. The love, yes, the love, free the love of a lifetime. I don't feel different, neither strange that we see. I've lifted up my life, changed what I need. Everything is different because I've faced the times. I've lifted up my heart, my mind is free to find the love, yes, the love, free the love of a lifetime. I was thinking that maybe if you have the time, we could pass into a flame, burn it ever so bright. Maybe we could sit down, talk about the love we find. Maybe you might want to stay, find out what feels right. Love, yes, the love, free the love, yes, the love, free the love of a lifetime. Oh, of a lifetime. Oh, of your lifetime, of your lifetime, of your lifetime. Oh, of your lifetime. This next song I'm going to do, it's actually the last song on the CD. It's called Brand New Start, and it's really, it's what I'm about, in the sense is it's what I speak for, besides the fact of wrongful conviction. It's a basic sense of we got to get past it, and brand new start means just that. It's you got to wake up the next morning and start your day new, start your day fresh with something new. And everybody in life has an issue and has a problem. And we just got to go to sleep and wake up the next morning with starting to do something different, because the longer it stays on your mind, the longer it lives. I just want everybody to know that they can get all these tunes on iTunes. Black Robes and Lawyers, William Michael Dillon, I would greatly appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to the Florida Innocent Project and everybody that helped me earn my freedom and that helps me now to the day. This song is for everybody. everybody feels life is hard. They can't see through the trees from their home backyard. You gotta fight for what you got. Give everything your best shot. If you haven't lived, you have not. Yesterday's gone, today is a brand new start. Over the horizon, past the valleys and the streams, whole world lies waiting, waiting for you and waiting for me. Inspired by the wonders that we see. Caught between the worries and the lies that we believe. I know sometimes it seems like there's no way out. Everywhere you turn, there's a shadow of doubt. Don't you fret, don't you cry, don't let it get you down. 'Cause around every corner, there's answers to be found. Seems everybody feels life is hard. They can't see through the trees from their own backyard. You gotta fight for what you got. Give everything your best shot. Haven't lived, you have not. Yesterday's gone, today is a brand new start. I had my day with suffering for them that held the power. I was tossed into a world of pain and hell's earthly fire. We must not let the ones that do this win that final hour. Push harder to believing we all can make a change. Without this hope of reason, our world will be forever stained. It is my hope that one day this will be. Let justice ring true. I know sometimes it seems like there's no way out. And everywhere you turn, there's a shadow of doubt. Don't you fret, don't you cry, don't let it get you down. 'Cause around every corner, there's answers to be found. Seems everybody feels life is hard. Yeah, everybody feels life is hard. Seems everybody feels life is